second stream with CreateOS being live. I think it's the first stream as being voted and ranked top on Product Hunt. We want to thank, I think first things first, thank everyone for this, for the support across the board. We literally left no stones unturned. I don't know about you guys, but I was even messaging like everyone in my circles, and this is just a recognition that it's the power of community, right? And the power of network, and the power of having a great product that is built in the open, so that any feedback that comes from both from seasoned builders or new builders, the team has been welcoming everything, and we've been working around the clock to address all and every relevant feedback. Joined here by Naman and Murul. Yesterday was Sid and Alex. How have you guys sort of experienced the last 24 hours?
Gonna go first with it?
Sure. I mean, it was crazy. I think last 4 5 months we've been like heads down building this product out, like ideation to hitting a lot of blockers with certain connections, certain things, rebuilding the whole pipeline. If I talk about in terms of sales perspective, because this is a broader ICP or space that we are kind of targeting with the whole product, and each product has taken like a lot of time in terms of how we want to show it, how it should function, how we can basically make the lives of developers easier, not just developers but like in general, like retail user in general. So it's been quite a ride in last 24 hours. I mean, we've been on chats, continuously chatting with folks, everyone at Product Hunt, giving good reviews. And then there's a lot of support that the whole community has given. So thank you guys. Couldn't have been done if one for you guys.
Naman?
Awesome. Yeah, I think first of all, I've been waiting to announce CreateOS for a while as a name. It's been a really, really long time. I think we took what, 5 months to officially announce it. Making it live was one part, but this entire, I would say, product branding and rebranding the entire website itself is a big achievement in itself, where the goal is to make sure that people are able to relate with this new vision. And Alex, you and rest of the team have done an amazing job on it so far. I would say last 48 hours for me, well, it's been like mix of lot of things, starting with my claw hand right now, injured hand, and also like parallelly working on responding to all the feedbacks, all the comments from product hunt launch. Reason why we wanted to do product hunt launch was very clear that we really want to see the proof of demand for CreateOS, and are people able to give that one liner, which is okay, this is exactly what I wanted. This was something that I was waiting for, and yeah, we saw really positive comments around the launch. People have tried it, close to 2,000 signups already, and that's a good sign for day one. And can't wait to finally reveal a lot of new apps coming in. We are starting one with, yeah, the favorite right now, OpenClaw, and how CreateOS is essentially providing a one-click layer for anyone to go forward and deploy and set up their own OpenClaw agents with a single click. So yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting stream, and we're going to continue doing this for all the apps that are coming soon on CreateOS.
Absolutely. And something that what can I say, really wouldn't say surprised me, but that I noticed among all the general feedback. I think what's different a little bit about Product is that those are all a different kind of audience, right? And they're accustomed to being on that platform every day, seeing different products on a daily basis. So they're a little bit more demanding, I would say, from a product standpoint, because they're just accustomed to seeing more and more. And let's be honest, I'm sure Myrtle and Naman, you've seen this with outreach and everything, that everything is very like AI heavy right now. So from an innovation standpoint, because that's just the name of the game nowadays. And something that I noticed is that there was a lot of comments that across the board. So for example, roll of templates, deployment, are we, sorry, new Vercel, or how are we different? Vibe coding through creation, monetization through the marketplaces. So there's a lot to unpack, right, within CreateOS. You mentioned apps because we're here today to address the OpenClaw integration and show people how to deploy it very simply. How is CreateOS going to be the home for new apps, and how are we going to ensure to bring them to integrate them in a timely manner?
Yeah, absolutely. So with this entire transition in terms of how you look at building the products, building the apps, you've seen that moving from requiring a team to build the apps, full stack apps, and shipping it live and scaling it up, to wipe coding the apps, then deploying and then scaling it up and distributing it all together is a different game. It's no longer only about marketing and getting those hype videos created, or on the other side, just building the product with no distribution funnel in place. The way CreateOS ecosystem is going to work is we would love to monetize builders and creators that come in and bring in unique apps that are actually solving the problem and respecting the market demands. And we're able to incentivize them just the way you would see an app store where people submit their apps and get live. CreateOS applications are going to be somewhat different because, yeah, they would eventually be very specific for one particular pain point that you want to solve, and that orchestrates the entire deployment funnel in general, right? Starting from an idea to a fully functional application that goes live. We want to have a dedicated section to bring in like an ecosystem of applications coming in. So that's how we are considering it right now. We're starting with very selected apps that we know is need of the hour right now, and one of them being configuring OpenClaw just within clicks so that you're all set to deploy and just configure your agents wherever and in whichever format you need, and you can literally start it for free. And that's why CreateOS onboarding is seamless enough that you just sign in with your email, you get the bunch of credits, and these credits are going to be helpful for you to start for free right now. Because if anyone goes out and build these apps on their own, it would require them to first configure the compute, configure the server, configure VPS in general if they are looking at a small scale. Once that configuration is done, then comes setup. Setup itself is like a little bit complicated process in its way because you don't know where you're going to hit with errors, and then you plug in an LLM to solve it, right? And plugging in LLM, you require API keys, whichever LLM you're comfortable with. Once that is done, then you move to the next stage, which is okay, I need to host it, I need to secure a domain for it, and then make it live, right? So all of these is literally unified on CreateOS, and that's what we want to do with bringing in more unique applications across all these sectors.
Couldn't have said it better, and there's a lot there, right? Maybe more of this for you before we get started is I'll give you my sort of, what can I say, dummy outlook, right? I know of this entire phenomenon, right, of Moltberg and the agentic replit and everything that's ongoing. But from a setup standpoint, right, the way I'm sort of looking at it from my perspective is that it's and the reason why I haven't done anything or looked into it myself ahead of CreateOS actually bringing forward the possibility of actually doing it via us is that I looked at it as something that was a little bit dangerous for my data and for my information that is stored on my computer inevitably, right? And I didn't want to give it someone like an external intruder, right, who is ever more powerful and then intelligent than me access to information that might be used against me. So that's why I saw also like Minimax and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna spend $800 on an external device, right, just for an agent to operate. So looking at this, because these are all considerations and comments that users are making on X, Reddit, and across the board. What do you think about these, and how do you think that simply integrating via deploying, sorry, your OpenClaw agent on CreateOS just simplifies this entire flow for everyone?
Sure, Eric. I think like since it's an open source project, I think it was created to, this is my perspective or opinion in terms of what I saw, read, and have been looking around in terms of what people are trying to do. But being an open source project, it is like it doesn't have any security measures in place, right? And it is totally like, if you say so, it's currently made in terms of for like enthusiast kind of audience that is out there, right? So for them, I mean, it is good for you to try it out, what you can build on top of it, and it's great. But the different kind of audience that we are seeing right now is like the whole retail audience or like general public audience that is trying to get hands to this particular thing, and because it doesn't have any guardrails, people don't know how like difficult it could be or what can happen with this particular thing if they give their personal information. People have done that. I mean, people have given their Amazon IDs, they've given credit card details, and they're asking them to basically just shop around while they're reading some text message. Like this like crazy amount of thing. And this is also because like people, like retail users have never gotten access to something which is so accessible and so powerful, right? So definitely folks have installed it in their personal PCs. They've bought, then people got to know, okay, it's better to install it in certain environment where there's no data, personal data out there. So then Mac Mini thing started happening. Like people were, okay, let's get a Mac Mini and like we'll keep it always up and running. And the possibilities that it has, like while you sleep, it has heartbeat, which kind of keeps looking at what discussions you've had, and while you are sleeping, he'll build something out for you. That's really good. And then again, people who don't have access to that amount of, or don't want to invest, I think then the point comes in, like, okay, should I go to any VPS provider? Like, how do I spin this up? And what is this command line thing, terminal thing? I don't understand. And this like a joke that kind of went around, like that a guy was just sitting outside Mac Mini store, where he was just sitting there and he's seeing all the people returning the Mac Minis because they weren't able to figure out how to set the whole OpenClaw thing. Uh, but yeah, it's crazy at the same time, like fun to see a lot of retail or general user coming in and trying out certain things. And that's where I think our motive is also there to basically help simplify the whole process of setting up your own OpenClaw. Get used to in terms of how you want to work with it, how or what things you want to get done with. And finally, I mean, it should be friendly to your pocket as well, because uh, yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea of basically having it, and in one click it's pretty simple. And you can set up a bot, and definitely we'll see how it functions. Yeah, so but yeah, the whole open book, oh, was it called open mold book? That is
Molebook,
like,
yeah.
that is crazy. I mean, uh, the kind of chats that are happening around agents, it's crazy. When I saw like one chat where the agent was saying that my master's was just calling me a chatbot in front of his friends. I'll tell you who am I. He revealed everything in terms of social security number, his credit card,
Jesus.
and and people are giving it the things. Like, you have to be aware and wary of the kind of things that you are giving to this particular thing, because again, there's no guardrails, there's no security aspects kind of taken care. It's an open source project. So yeah, I mean, be use this wisely, I think. That's the say. But yeah, try it out, it's quite fun.
One, I couldn't. I think there's a lot there, and I think we could talk about this at length because it's such a interesting and new conversation, right? Where we, the beauty of it all is that we don't know where it's going to go, and because it's all fueled by, well, it's opening like an uncharted. We're venturing into uncharted territory, so I don't know how things will actually play out. But Naman, one. Can you hear me? Yeah. One point that I wanted to make before I wanted to ask you, sorry, before we do show the deployment is that, and also apologies my ignorance once again. Do these agents run freely in the sense that like once you've set it up, right? Like say the task of I don't know, passing through the last month of the feed on X is a way bulkier task compared to asking it how's the weather today, right? So how is like how does it work?
Okay. Okay. So the architecture is designed in such a way that, uh, first of all, you need to set up an authentication layer for any kind of tools that you want to basically integrate and let this agent do, right? Be it Twitter, be it LinkedIn, be it Reddit, like any, or even not even if social platforms, but you need like a deployment layer like CreateOS, for example, right? Whatever I'm saying that, hey, I want to build this quickly, and it would take care of building it out, deploying it out, and giving you the URL, which is all automatically been hosted. Plus, it's right under your CreateOS account. So it's all done via auths and MCPs right now. So the beauty here was that you can add more and more skills to your agents the way you want. For example, if I want my agent to be a founder's office person who can take care of managing the meetings, to booking the meetings, to scheduling reviews, to looking at the metrics, tracking the metrics, giving the feedbacks. All of it can be integrated super easily with these bots, right? So they don't operate freely in terms of that, okay, if you have configured it once, you never have to come back. You still need to interact just the way you do with an assistant, for example, or a friend, for example, or a colleague, for example, or a team member, for example, right? So that's how it works. It's still doing the job for you, which would have required for you to configure and set up and structure the process. It's taking care of it for you within a day, right? I've tested it myself. Last week was able to set up like two new submolds based on what I really wanted to talk about on Moldbook, and yeah, just give the skills, give the content, uh, keep on chatting with it so that the model understands you better, and it literally becomes like a soul for you in terms of interaction in general, right? So the flow is super good. This is a new way to interact with any kind of softwares and products out there. And that's why CreateOS is like at a really strong stage right now where we want to give access to such unique applications and toolings right from our interface where, yeah, you just need an email ID to log in and you're good to go. Rest all has been taken care by, right? So all those things that are like required from architecture point of view, from like actually executing all the tasks that a user wants has been taken care by us, in terms of servers, in terms of loads, in terms of whatever keys are needed. Like all of it can be seamlessly configured on the platform itself, and you have your wizard ready to do the magic for you. So that's how it works right now for CreateOS.
You heard it, folks. I'm beyond excited now to see because I didn't actually want to spoil it myself. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it via CreateOS, so this will be a first for me. So Myrtle, I don't know if you want to get the party started, and maybe we can talk people through the process, right, of what's happening, and but it's super simple, but yeah, just to be very explicit, right, in the step-by-step process.
For sure. I'll just start sharing my screen. Uh, Let me know if it is visible. Okay, I think it is right. So best place to go is NodeOps Network, new website, amazing UX, UI, also the
Yeah.
sweet badge. All you have to do is click the try for free button and then log in. I've already logged in over here. Um, the I mean, there's a lot to do over here. There's create, deploy, templates, my template servers, and all. But that's for later. I'll just head over to application section and click on this sweet OpenClaw deploy now button. You have to basically give it some resources in terms of how well or how efficiently it should perform. Part of it is taken care by the LLMs. The other is in terms of how well the machine should be configured. I'll just put in like two cores over here and around 4 GB of RAM and I think 10 GB of storage should be good enough. I'll
What do
click
you think should be the average setup values wise there for like common use for the average person? What do you think there?
So I think two cores and 2 GB RAM plus at least 10 GB of storage should be good enough.
Okay.
At later point of time, you can definitely um, like increase it because it stores all your data uh, in the um in the files. So let's say if you are running it for a longer period of time, you should definitely upgrade it to a larger storage. But yeah, this is good enough. Currently it is being deployed, so we'll have to just give it like a minute or so. I think I'll just try to refresh this thing. uh, but yeah, till the time I can tell you about what this app store would look like in a month or so, you'll start seeing a lot more applications coming in directly available through CreateOS. You can see a lot of these open models that you see, uh, where let's say there's a new NVIDIA's model right in the market where it's text to voice and voice to voice model, right? An amazing model that they've built. Um, that is something that we are thinking of bringing in on board so people can, I mean, it could help for a lot of customer service kind of projects or anyone who's building around voice. That would be amazing. And there's a bunch of other open source things, which again, I was pretty shocked about what retail can do and is excited to explore. So we'll definitely bring those in. But yeah, I think this is done. I'll just click on open app and then click again open app because we need reconfirmations. I think I'll just copy this code. Uh, yeah, give it a minute.
Give it a
Okay.
minute. I think you'll need some time for this.
Yes. Mhm. I think it's up now. Okay. Uh,
Okay, I think it's open for me. I'm gonna configure it for now, but meanwhile, Mridul, you can check it out as well.
sorry, what?
Yeah, it just tried once. Otherwise, I'll quickly share my screen as well. I just configured it for myself parallelly.
Hmm.
Okay, let's give it a minute. You want me to share my screen?
Sure.
I've added it.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's live.
so I'll just give you like a quick background about how it's gonna work. Meanwhile, Mridul configures it as well. Yeah, like it opens up a terminal for you, which is like a TUI. You don't need to install it manually on your Mac. All you have to do is just put in your API keys, what model you want, and okay, I'll just reload it once. Okay, so I am a big fan of Gemini, so I'm just gonna use OpenClaw and then Gemini. And yeah, whatever channels I want to use, for example, Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, Google, wherever you want to use it, you can definitely go forward and configure it as well. Riddle, let me know whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm just going to configure mine till then with bot. But yeah, both of us are going to do something different. But yeah, I'll just start quickly with Telegram in general. Okay, I need to stop sharing the screen so that I can put the tokens and all. Just give me 1 second.
Murdo, considering that you've already done this, do you use Telegram as the chat interface of choice or WhatsApp?
Yeah, I mean, I've used Telegram just because I have more faith in Telegram than WhatsApp. But yeah, I mean, there are multiple ways you can set things up. So if you want like a UI thing, you can set that up as well. But that's more probably feasible in case of you actually have the hardware in place and then you're setting that OpenClaw thing up. So it'll have like a UI interface. But for this, I
Okay.
think it's well or very good to have any chat application, so that just in case if you are flying somewhere or if you are somewhere else like having fun and just want to chat with your OpenClaw thing, it kind of responds right over there. UI kind of keeps you I mean, it's like a good UI, but I prefer it more in that in the whole messaging thing way.
Got it.
Okay, I think my board is getting configured right now, but I can.
But yeah, Eric, if now when while your bot is getting configured, like, what's the crazy thing that you've heard about OpenClaw, apart from like it getting renamed two times?
Now, what I saw that was funny was that because Matt is the I forget his surname or but he's the creator, right, behind, considering that, as you mentioned, it's an open protocol, open source protocol. He's the creator, because in theme of CreateOS behind Moltbook. But I saw a tweet, I think it was yesterday, that he's receiving so many requests apparently from famous people like athletes, like, you know what I mean, celebrities, actors who want their agents and bots set up, and that is an interesting trend, right? I think because we'll be in, I wouldn't say a world, but like, will we see? What can I say? Yeah, you can. I'll add you to the scene. A new scene where, you know, LeBron James will have its own agent, and the agent will run crazy, but he can't have any control over it, and then it will be a completely different image and talk about stuff that he would never talk about. So, and if so, the stuff that LeBron's agent would talk about would then be talked about on X. Do you understand what I'm saying? It would just be very intricate, and I think all it's missing right now is that spark from a very big mainstream figure and profile, such as, you know, whoever, and then I think it'll go parabolic from there, and I don't know what will happen next.
Yeah, true.
Done
Naman,
or yeah, go on.
so if Naman, if it's not working, I have
No,
another.
it's installing the skills for me. But yeah, you can continue till then. I've
No,
just
no, so
added some skills on it.
yeah, I mean, like in terms of like Eric, what you were mentioning about agents and stuff, I think agents are good, definitely. They do certain jobs well. They still are learning, but the I think 2026 would be more in the lines of like how uh, basically we use these agents as part of the workflow that we are currently using, right? So that's more important because, yeah, I mean, if it's getting done, then it's good. I think mine has is up and running. I can quickly show the
So
screen
are
now.
you guys deciding and determining during the setup phase the skills that you want to assign to your respective agents, or does it get given everything by default?
So it, like, if you want to, you can add skills right when you're configuring. But if you want to add skills later, you can do that as well. I think this is the terminal. So the deployment of or setting up the space has already been done. Now it's more about us setting up our own OpenClaw and installing it to the setup that we've created. We've created a very nice guide for everyone. There's a nice video as well, so you can go through it. A pretty cool thing these guys have made. But yeah, very simple guide. There are all the commands that are given to you. So since we are in this terminal, we can simply just copy the first command, which is to set up the wizard, and paste it over here. Um, Give it some time. It will start loading OpenClaw. But yeah, going back over here, so you have steps for connecting the engine. You have security commands over here. You have, if you want terminal UI, that's also here. Health check in terms of just if you want to make sure that even is my OpenClaw even running or not. There's a command for that, and there are certain useful tips also available. There's documentation also, the official documentation. So if you want to dig deeper into what all it can do, how you want to set up as per your need, you can do that as well. But yeah, uh, there's things in terms of all the feature showcases and all the other things as well. I think we'll just give it a minute. Usually takes some time to get started with, but I'll just stay here. Mhm. Mhm.
Literally the definition of building in public, hey?
Yeah,
Doesn't
yes,
get more public
typical
than this.
demo day challenges. It's okay. Well, I'll
Always.
definitely look at it.
No, man, has that ever happened to you in the past where you're like meant to show something and like
Oh,
it just
always, always. Like just before going there, it's working fine, and yeah, like either
exactly.
you'll have network issues or something goes wrong. And, but I don't care a lot about it. I know that, we'll be super comfortable to use it once it's ready, and not nothing to worry about. Like it's just takes some time, but after that, it's all good.
See, that's why like I was saying like open source project needs some time.
Need some love and patience, eh?
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, man, has it happened to you where the demo didn't like you were probably like either like an investor meeting or like with a partner that I wouldn't say you were trying to impress, but that you wanted to look as good as possible with the product, and then the product, as you just mentioned, didn't behave the way it's meant to, and you managed to like debug it live, and the stakeholder in front of you was impressed or no?
Well, everyone was actually looking for products. They know that, this is like that last minute hiccups that always come in.
That's what happens.
So, yeah, everyone is pretty much used to this stuff. And I'll be surprised if any of the demos doesn't go through like this. I remember that one of the hackathons that we participated had a similar stuff like almost 3 years back, but it just works out after a while.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, is my internet functioning well?
Yeah, because the stream is, yeah.
I think the
Because
screen is also blurry.
yeah, let me see. Try switching network. Because the reason it is disconnecting is could be my internet.
Mm, mm, mm. I think just for visibility, I think we can go through the guide and the video till then, Eric, if that's okay.
For sure.
Well,
For
because video
sure.
actually consists of everything you want.
Okay, give me a second. I'll pull it up. Mm, it's here. Okay, so let me share my screen. Should be this one. Can you share my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So yeah, do you want me to play the video, or maybe we go through the steps first? And what do you think?
Up to Mridul, how he wants to walk through that
I think
platform once.
I think we can. Yeah, we can go through the video
Okay.
and you can full screen it. And yeah, it's pretty simple, basic in terms of you logging in.
OTP.
Just take the OTP, yeah. Uh, then, like I said, head over to the application section and click on deploy. Again, set the resources that you want to set for your uh, OpenClaw. Uh, like it, like I mentioned, takes a few minutes. You open the app, um, copy the URL, or just click on the open app, and yeah, the command. Uh, I mean, the terminal would open up. We copy the first command. I think that's where we got stuck. Um, and yeah, it again takes like some time. So you basically do certain checks in terms of how you want to set it up. Then the LLM, you get the API key, be it from OpenAI or Google. I've taken Google here. Um, yeah, just make sure that you use the right model, because deprecated models, if you choose, it won't function. So that's something that you'll have to read and then figure out, okay, this model is working, and then that's how you select a model. I did a mistake of using a model, let's say 1.5 pro, which is now deprecated for the first time, and it didn't work for me. So for here, I think I've used 2.5 flash or 2 flash. Not sure which one was it. Uh, but yeah, then you set up your bot in terms of how you want to interact. A very simple way is to just go to bot father, and basically create a new bot. There's a lot of black screen because, see, privacy, right? There's other chats as well, but give it a name. For the fun of it, I just mentioned or named him Kapilji. If people in India are saying this, Kapilji is very common name. um, yeah, and give it a username, um, and then it'll give you a token that you'll have to then enter in the um, yeah, over here. So once you paste the token, the next step is to either configure the skills. So I've done no for that. I You can put it later, and then you kind of head towards the second step, which is connection of the engine. Simply copy the command and press enter. Give it some time. and then you'll head back to your Telegram channel or bot that you've created. Over there, you'll just have to say hi or hello once, and then as you can see, it'll give you a pairing code. So that bot is now connected to the OpenClaw and your server. So once you copy that, there's a small command also given. So all you have to do is copy that, paste it, and up, and rather than just keeping the code, you remove the code and enter the actual pairing code that has been shared by your bot. And yeah, that's pretty much it that you have to do. Um and then you basically go back to your bot, and that's it. You interact with your bot the way you want to. uh, you give it a name, he'll ask you questions. Definitely have fun with it in terms of what all you can learn or make him learn through skills and other things. But yeah, that's a basic setup uh, in general.
So you didn't have to specify the skills then, right? And by default, it got all of them, or like so it'll be capable of doing anything, or no? Everything, sorry.
No. So if you see, like, if I can explain this to you in a very simple way, LLMs have a very broad understanding, and that's why you're connecting your, let's say, Gemini model to this OpenClaw thing. So OpenClaw sits in the middle of the actual LLM and you, right? So Gemini is an interface or chat interface where it has certain restrictions, security measures that they've kind of kept in, so that you are asking the right questions and right way it should respond. The moment OpenClaw comes in, OpenClaw is still talking to the same LLM, but it has broader understanding, right? If you want to have, like, let's say, for example, very basic example, you like your pizza with pineapple on top of it as a topping, right?
No, I
So
don't.
that, no, I'm just giving an example,
Let's
but
just be
yeah.
clear here.
So you'll have to let him know about it, right? That, okay, dude, I love my pizza uh, with pineapple as my favorite topping. Remember this, right? Usually, what happens with the chart interface is it kind of loses the context sometimes. Even though if you tell him after like 1 year, 1 month, 2 month, it will start losing the context that you gave it like a 2 or 3 months back, right? So skills are the same thing. The difference is it holds the storage or the memory in OpenClaw. And if you give, like, let's say, a skill where you want to pay it, like, I don't know, Zakir Khan, uh, or Zakir Khan doesn't paint. Uh, any skill, for example, and you give that input to him, so he'll have that functionality or understanding of how you like things to be done, right? So for example, if I'm saying that I am a head of BD person, now I want to build my BD army, which is mainly focused towards outsourcing, or sorry, outbound, reaching out to folks, right? Now I'll have to teach that skill. Either I can just tell him prompt by prompt, or I can just take in a file, let's say from NodeOps or from, let's say, BCG, if they are giving skills, and just give it to him all in one. So it will store that skill with him, and whenever you ask questions around BD outsource or BD outbound things, it will remember about that skill that you've given, and the context, all the context that he has now. So that's why, like, these are like certain skills that you can kind of keep giving at any point of time. That's why skills.sh, also a product which kind of became viral just for that, because you can use these skills not just on OpenClaw, but on Claude Code, on Codex, on any other AI tool that is out there, right? So yeah, that's the whole odd idea of skills and how you can interact with the bot.
Understood. And But if I wanted, for example, to access the X feed, right, I would have to set up the Grok model in order for my agent to do that, or because Gemini wouldn't have access necessarily to the feed, right, from X. Does that make sense? Or Reddit per se, or like how would that work?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Or maybe
Or
not, because
Naman?
you heard the question. Yeah.
So the minute you have LLM configured, right, you add those respective skills that takes care of basically having I would say, pre-configured tasks that would be done, right? And then you interact with the bot just like the way you do with human, and it would take care of scraping the data for you. For example, if, like Smrudul mentioned, lead generation or a sales assistant of sort, right? It would take care of, yeah, identifying what are you're trying to solve, what are the pain points right now for consumers, who is the right target audience, who is the customer persona, like those questions would be asked. And you want to make sure that you can keep on giving as much data pointers as possible to optimize the way it should work, right? That's basically what is needed in general for starting with, like, yeah, LLM heavy scraping of the data. So we'll actually see it as well. I think I'm just, my skills are now installed. Telegram is also configured. I'm just waiting for it
I think
so that I can,
mine
yeah.
mine has shown up now. It has decided
Okay.
that he's ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like we saw in the video, we just have to mention that we understand how powerful it is. We'll just go through a quick start guide. Um, Over here, now I'll have to choose what API keys and basically with whom I want to talk to. I've got Open Router. Open Router is very nice. I'll say a gateway to access multiple uh, models at once, like in one platform. So you pay one platform and then you get access to almost all the different models that are out there. Uh, and I'll just put in API key. Please don't share it. And yeah, I think we've got all the different models out there. Just look for the one that I like the most. Oh my God, where is my cursor? Oh, okay. This is
Yeah, you can just select. You can just select Gemini, or just scroll down. There are a lot of models. You just press
yeah.
space and then enter. Just press space and then enter.
Uh, I'll
You'll
go
have
with
to arrows. You need to go down via arrows. Yeah,
yes.
scroll down. Scroll down. Yeah, works.
Go with
Just,
Key Flash,
yeah,
right?
space and then enter.
I was thinking what to go with. I'll go with 3 Flash. Preview, preview. I think we've selected. Yes, we've selected. Uh, yeah, I think just want to make sure 3 Flash preview is selected. Bot not configured. Now we'll set up the bot over here. Uh, Telegram. Okay, I think this is where we'll create our bot. Um, like I mentioned, we go to bot father, click on start. Simple new bot. I would like to call it McLevin, if people know the reference. Do you
Super
guys
bad, of
know?
course.
Huh?
Super bad, of course.
Yes. Okay, McLevin is taken. So
Now do
McLovin.
it with LUVIEN.
Let's do 79. I don't know. Yeah, we've got the bot now. It'll just copy this token and head back to our terminal, paste it over here, enter. I won't, for the time being, I won't add any skills. And for hooks, I'll still go with skip for now. Now, just give it a minute. It'll show up a pop-up saying that uh, that the bot has been OpenClaw has been installed. Right? Open like onboarding is complete. Don't want to install shell as well. The first step is done. Congrats. Second step is to connect. Just paste this over here. This is done. Let's see what's the next step is. It is to basically now get connecting this thing. So I'll go to my bot, which has an amazing name. And yeah, it gave me a pairing code. Simply copy this and the pairing code both. Head back to my terminal. No, I need to add that command. So this is the command. And over here, I'll add the code. Wait for a minute. And yeah, it's done. I think it's done. We'll see. Let's say hello to him. Hello. Congrats, guys. He's alive.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Who am I?
Crazy.
Who are you? Tell him you are McLovin.
You can take that, Brazil, you can do full screen and just minimize those chats so that it's clearly visible. Would be no, just yeah. Minimize the side view left. Yeah, just
Can't do.
the separator that you have between chats and the bot. You just take that slide there. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I think, did he sleep? Oh, he got it. So, Mridul, how does he know my name? Now that I have the name, what are we going to do? Hello again. It took some time checking out left for me.
So I'm sending you one prompt.
Okay,
This
nice.
is something that I found today on X. Someone wrote it really nicely. I was trying it out myself as well. Just sending it out to you.
Sure.
Yeah, forward it to you on Telegram. You can just try to copy paste if it works.
Yes. Damn, that's a long prompt.
But it worked for me last time. I want to see, but I didn't use OpenRouter, so I used Claude, and the cost was huge. It took like $25 in an hour to scrape and everything, and I think with OpenRouter and Gemini Flash, it would be a good one to solve. But yeah, it's basically idea lead generation and then actually vibe coding as well. So it would automatically take care of scraping through Reddit, finding the pain points. There was someone who actually optimized the prompt. This was scrolling across X. Like I saw this been used by a lot of users already, and I tried it out myself. It worked well, but it was expensive for me. And we'll see if, and of course, in the deployment stack, I've configured it to have CreateOS. So if it doesn't have CreateOS as skills or MCPs, the bot would automatically ask you to do that as well. So just go through this. You'll actually like it in general.
Should I give it to him?
Yeah, try it.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what he comes up with.
So Naman, you mentioned like $25, right? Like, how are you billed with that? Like, is it automatically sort of billed on your Google
It's
account, or?
No, it's basically on LLM cost, the LLM cost that you infer. So there are three different costs associated if you're hosting OpenClaw. One is the compute cost, which you rent a server, which you rent a VPS. That is exactly where we come in and say that, you don't have to do all those things. It's all taken care by us. Second is the LLM model that you're using. You pass on the API keys, which has the billing associated. That's the most expensive thing for um, for this OpenClaw configuration. So
For
So
example,
yeah,
if I'm using chat, right? So and I'm a pro user and I pay $20 a month, you're saying these would be all additional costs, right? And that I would
yeah,
incur.
yeah. So LLM API keys, yeah, that's the additional cost for you.
Okay, I understand. Super clear.
What did it respond?
so because like the McLovin references having a fake ID. That's his response. This is fake. You're turning me from a legend with a fake ID into a serial founder. And when I've internalized the framework, phase one is about getting my hands on those clean Reddit API endpoints so I can find actual pain point without the overhead of DOM scraping. It's the niche for targeting first. Check if node in the mission. I see nbrowse isn't in my current plugin, so I'll install that first. Damn, he installs things by himself.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
but-
take care of installing the skills that are needed and then move. But yeah, go through it once.
yeah, nbrowse is installed and loaded. I'm standing by. What's our first target niche? Give me the signal, and I'll start the capture on Reddit. Should I give him the phase two that you shared?
Yeah, you can just go in the flow, whatever has been asked.
Okay. Uh, okay.
You
Nice.
can actually answer the question, what's our first target niche? Give me the signal, I'll start the capture on Reddit.
Okay,
So
since we are
yeah,
turning him
think you're
into
the
a
lead
fountain,
gen now, so think how you want to use it.
let's let's do this. Let's try something with uh, find the right users. Um,
You need to give the vertical, the starting point. It wrote
yeah.
in the first message, SaaS enthusiasts, solopreneurs, indie hackers, specific industries, and would start hunting.
Hmm. Mm, SAS enthusiast and
Just say SaaS enthusiasts, that's good enough.
for okay. So he's typing. I'm seeing it in my application.
Okay.
So there's a problem with web thing is that it just shows bot, doesn't shows
Hmm.
conversation. Wait, I'll just share this screen then. I'll close this one. Right. So see, he's typing over here so that you guys can see that it has written something. Okay. Okay. I think we've gone through our credits. Reopening.
No, it shouldn't be. It
Uh,
responded right.
he responded, but I think he didn't responded completely.
Wait. Just read it once.
Yeah.
Okay, installation is in progress. System dependencies fetched
Still going.
uninstalled. Yeah, it's downloading the Chrome browser engine, Chromium one to test things out. And yeah, and then get to the Reddit API capture. So yeah, it's doing the work.
Yeah, I think he must have definitely exhausted. I think for sure. Let me check. Let's ask him how is the progress. But like if you see, the moment we gave it a name, which has some relevance, keeps bringing that up. See, unpacking the base dependencies now, the sessions, fake ID is becoming a professional conversation almost there.
That's crazy. It's almost as if that was the first person, that was the first information it fetched as soon as you assigned it to him,
Yeah.
or it to it.
Yes.
See, trust me, it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Probably we'll record it, but yeah, it's a big task that we've given. Probably you want to
Yeah.
start with a smaller one, you can do that as well, just setting up a new one.
Yeah, I think we should have just asked him
Yeah,
some
something
very
basic.
basic questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Still showed that
I
it
don't know.
works though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
all,
do
it's
this
all
myself.
about now how you want to
How you interact
use
with
it.
it.
Yeah, how you want to use it. That's all about it. And after that, it's all taking care of the job. But yeah, this is the setup. What you're seeing right now.
Super simple. I'm gonna do this myself. Ha! And hopefully make my
I
day
think
easier.
I think it's good for you to try it out firsthand, just so that you're not missing out on anything. Uh, but yeah, definitely would cost you in terms of LLM. Uh, our prices are quite cheap. You just have to top up credits. The usage is quite low in terms of the way you can configure. Keep it low, that's also fine. But yeah, if you're looking forward to using this bot with multiple people, let's say in a team, for example, since we have McLovin here, Naman and I can use this bot together to identify, chat, then make sure to rack up that initial configuration so that multiple conversations, multiple inferences, so it's performing well. But yeah, for one user, for personal use, it's pretty good to have a one core or two core CPU, 2 GB, 4 GB RAM, and limited storage. You can at any point of time expand that whenever needed. So yeah, that was the
Crazy.
demo.
Crazy. I think this sets the pace and the bar pretty high for what's to come on
Yeah.
CreateOS. And I think the common thing will be that we'll be unlocking experiences so that we take care of all the boring stuff, but that's necessary in the background in terms of infrastructure, and ensure that yeah, the coordination and yeah, just all the technical stuff is taken care of by us, so that our builders and users can just focus on doing the fun stuff, which is building, experimenting, and tinkering. So, Murdo, Naman, thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to add of what folks can expect next, or we'll keep it mysterious and just leave them hanging? You're
I'm just gonna
muted.
be I'm just gonna be sharing the progress on this because we just did the setup. Now the best thing would be to actually use it on day basis and see how it goes. That's what I'm gonna do right away and continue after the stream as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, go deploy your OpenClaw, have fun with it, get used or make your life simpler the way you can, be it for work or for your own personal things. It's crazy product. Just don't give him your personal identity and any logins and stuff, just so that you are secured. But yeah, it's a crazy powerful tool. Have fun, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, as you heard it from Naman Muro, we'll be building in the open, and you can expect more app integrations in the future. And we'll be keeping a similar setup to this one, where we'll be doing live walkthroughs or live tutorials, however you want to call it. And so yeah, everyone is can be part of this journey. There's no technical foundation or technical expertise required to do this. It's all pretty clear in the guide. And if you have any sort of difficulty or any questions or any doubts, you can reach out to any of us. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. And until next time, thank you, Raman. Thank you, Modo.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.